Back on the record in 24 CR 189, State of Kansas versus Heather Lynn Scroggin. Jared Regier for the state. Darren Patterson for the defendant, who also appears in person. Please proceed.
Your Honor, we'll announce at this time Ms. Scroggin will enter a plea of no contest to the one count of possession of marijuana.
Ms. Scroggin, is that right? You want to plead no contest to one count of possession of marijuana?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you want to?
No contest.
No one's making you? Oh, I'm sorry. You're pleading no contest? Are you pleading guilty of your own free will without any kind of force or pressure by anyone else?
No.
You understand you're giving up your right to trial and won't be able to appeal any convictions that result from this plea?
Yep.
Good. All right, I'll find her plea knowingly and voluntarily entered. Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, for purposes, has the court accepted the no contest plea?
The court does accept a no contest plea if you'll.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Provide a factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. For purposes of a factual basis, the affidavit in this matter does appear to refer to an encounter with law enforcement occurring on March 18th of 2024. Pursuant to paragraph 5, the defendant was located at a particular address in Augusta, Butler County, Kansas, thereby giving this court with jurisdiction.
In my house.
In her house in Augusta, Kansas.
And additionally, Your Honor, pursuant to paragraph 7 of the affidavit, upon being Mirandized, the defendant admitted that she obtained a certain item of marijuana while in another state, as well as detailed to law enforcement how she made such how she obtained such an item.
All right, I find the defendant guilty. Recommendations for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. Pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is prepared to recommend no fine, that the court assess court costs, as well as make a determination on the issue of attorney's fees. It is the state's understanding that this is the case where KBI restitution does apply. The state is further recommending 120 days underlying sentence with 6 months of reporting probation, subject to all standard conditions, including that the defendant be ordered to complete a drug and alcohol evaluation, as well as the standard $60 probation fee.
Mr. Patterson?
Nothing further, Judge.
Okay, where do you work, ma'am?
In Wichita at USD 259.
Are you a teacher there?
Yep.
All right. What grade do you teach?
First grade.
First grade. All right. At this time, I will not give you a fine, but I will order you a suspended sentence of 120 days. I will grant you 6 months probation, that if you complete that successfully, you will not have to serve 120 days in jail. You're not given a fine, as I said, but you will have to pay $400 up to the KBI. Mr. Regier, you are retained or appointed?
Forgive me,
So
Your
even
Honor. I believe I am in the role as prosecutor for this case.
I'm appointed, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Patterson. All right, $400 KBI fee, $250 appointed attorney fees, not for Mr. Regier, but for Mr. Patterson.
And I've paid I paid a lot of fees already for this ticket, and then so this is already in addition. This is going to be in addition to all those fees that I've already paid.
Are you maybe thinking about all you've paid on your traffic diversion in the prior case?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not this case. That diversion was a totally different issue. And that one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. All right. So
yeah, that driving while suspended had different conditions and failed to yield had different conditions. This one is the possession of marijuana. And so $400 to the KBI, $250 to a court-appointed attorney fees, $153 to court costs, $60 to probation supervision fee.
Crazy.
Excuse me?
Is there going to be a way that, is this going to be the only way I'm going to be able to find out all the fees, or is there going to be another way to find out? So, because I just have 400, 250, 153, 60. Like, is there going to be another way besides talking to you, or is this like the only way to figure out my fees just so I have them all down? Or like a timeline of when I'm going to be able to pay all this or anything?
Well, I'm going to tell them to you. If you need me to add them for you instead of doing it yourself, I can do that. I've already done that. $400 to the KBI, $250 to the court-appointed attorney fund, 153 court costs, $60 probation supervision fee, for a total of 863. If my math is correct, I believe it is, but the clerk will double check me. And then you can triple check the clerk if you don't trust that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you can also check with your your probation officer. And
Will do.
Miss Scroggin, I am troubled by your attitude.
I'm sorry. I'm really upset
Well, if
because
you
it all came from from the officer entering my house. Like, no, it's okay. Yeah, I'm just really upset, and I guess that's not understandable. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want you to take any more time. We've already. I know there's been a lot going on, so thank you. I'm sorry, I'm upset. I'm having a hard time masking my emotions. I apologize.
Your sentence is, as I told you, 120 days. You can serve that in jail unless you successfully complete your probation, which is for 6 months. You must call probation immediately after this hearing. Their number is 316-322-4153. You are required to follow all standard conditions, which they will go over them with you. You are to get an alcohol and drug evaluation. I want you to have that scheduled within 14 days. You don't have to have it started, but you need to call within 14 days and get it scheduled. And you have to comply with what it says. You have to sign any and all necessary paperwork, consent, so the agencies that are working with you and court services can freely exchange information to make sure you're doing well on your probation. You are to use absolutely no alcohol or illegal drugs, whether you buy them in Missouri, Colorado, Oklahoma. They're still illegal under federal law, and it's still illegal to use them in Kansas. It's illegal to possess them. So do not use them, possess them. You cannot even go to Missouri and smoke a joint while you're in Missouri. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to be. And I'm going to make you get random UAs. And you're going to start with a hair follicle test and I want your counts to see how dirty you are today, to make sure that if you go up, we know you're using. So you better go down on those counts. I don't, like I said, I don't want you going over there to Oklahoma, Colorado, some of those states and getting high and thinking you're beating your probation.
Yeah.
You're not to be around people that are using. So if you're living with someone that uses, that person has to stop using or use it somewhere far away from you. They can't have it in the house. They can't use it around you. Not in the car, nothing. And Mr. Regier, make sure you please get in the journal entry that she's to get a hair follicle within the next couple of days. I'd say within 48 hours, hair follicle in her first UA with nanogram counts to see if she goes up or down.
Or
And
this is an officer coming inside my house and finding a joint that I brought from out of state. That's
so you don't think you
for a
did
court date. For a court date I missed, and I was told that I was good to go for my diversion. When I called the diversion people, then the cops show up and they come into my house without saying they're coming in. Just, it's crazy that you're treating me like this. Like, I've
treating you like you broke the law? Maybe you did. Yes, you did. All right. And it's not the first time because I had you in here in 23 as well for driving without a license and not yielding at a stop or yield sign.